Hello, welcome back to another video. This week's video is going to be on customer perception. So, how do we think our customers see us currently? Are we an auto repair provider, or are we an oil change place? Are we a franchise? Are we locally owned? Are we just some big box store? Do we have a good warranty, or do they have no idea? Do we have a fair price, or are we too expensive? Are we honest, or are we shysters? Are we reliable? Or are we amateurs? Well, depending on which customer that you speak with, we could be any one of the above, and that is what we need to fix, okay? So, how do we want people to see us? We want them to see us as real professionals, as trustworthy, as reliable. We do what we say, worth every single penny that they spend. We're a complete car repair place. We can fix anything on their car, and most importantly, we want to be the only place that they will take their car, okay? Price is a factor, but it's really not the real reason why somebody would choose to be a long-term customer with us, okay? Let me tell you a little story. I had one of my long-term customers when I used to manage Troost in Kansas City a long time ago. And we had it was kind of a weird story. You know, we didn't really hit it off first. You know, he was just a customer and I was just a service provider. Okay, and one day I made a mistake. I actually pretended like I thought he did something wrong, and he came down and said, "I'll be right down." And I think I've told this story to several people, but you know, I think he was coming down to scare me, and I was taking his words seriously. And when he came down, I was hiding from him in the shop. Long story short, he understood that I made a mistake. I understood that he was just another dude that was basically, you know, just upset that he wasn't getting treated very well, and that was my mistake. Long story short, he ended up being one of my very best customers before I left Troost. He would not take his car anywhere else. Everybody in his family, everybody he worked with, all of his friends, all came to see Adam at Troost, okay? Adam and his guys. So this is what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to achieve those situations, probably not that same way I did with that customer, but that's what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to make the people be, they want us to be their person, okay? So how do we get there, okay? Which is $1 million question. Obviously you can do it by mistake, or you can do it on purpose, consciously every single day. We do have to focus on, and by focusing on the customer experience. Friendliness. Smile when you're talking to your customers. Make sure that they know that you're excited to be there and you're excited to have them as a customer. Professionalism. You have to be serious about things. When you go to your doctor isn't just smiley and friendly only. He also has to give you bad news, and he has to tell you what you need to do to fix it, right? Transparency. We can't be lying to people. You know, if we break something in their car, we've got to tell them. That's just the way it goes. Or if we broke something and we fixed it and put it on there for free, make sure they know about that. Transparency is very important. Education. Of course we need to educate. We need to show them how their car works, why it's broken, and why it needs to be fixed, and what will happen if they don't. We have to have empathy. We have to care about people's problems. You know, yes, maybe we can't care about their problems so much that we're gonna be able to fix their car for free, but you know what? They're having a bad day. They're at Midas, their car is broken. They need to be somewhere. They've got things going on. They've got other bills they need to pay. We have to have some empathy for their situation. We also have to eliminate condescension. You know, we can't talk down to people. Talking down to people is something that just it turns them off. They're not gonna wanna come back. You know, you may be exactly right, but when you're condescending to them, they feel that, you know, so bye. You no longer have the opportunity to be their guy. And whenever we're doing all the things that we do, we have to connect the dots for them. Make sure that, you know, we do meet them where they're at. Some people know a lot more than others, and some people have to connect more dots for them, but make sure that we are. And most people already have pretty low expectations when they come into our shops, so it ought to be pretty easy to overcome or outperform them. So let's outperform those low expectations that people already have. And then let's set realistic timelines for things when they need to be done. We've talked about this before. Under promise and over deliver. It's very important, you know, in a customer's mind. You know, you can throw a lot of things out the door. You have to do all of these right, kind of, for the most part. Otherwise, any one of them can eliminate all the work you did in all the other categories. And one other thing, I just want to add in here that, I could do a whole video on, but specifically with women, women feel like an underdog coming into our shops, some of them, not all of them. So we really need to make sure that we go above and beyond for women to make sure that they feel comfortable coming to our shops, because they're making at least half the decisions. And what do most guys say? Well, I got to talk to my wife before I make a decision. Whether that's completely true or not, I think it is. And so I think that, we need to make sure that we understand that part. So, in summary, people don't want to keep finding new repair shops. Once they've found their place, they want to stay there. So we need to figure out, and we need to utilize these tools to make our place be their place. And just remember, customer perception is just one of many things that we do. We've got a multifaceted job that involves all kinds of things to determine our success or failure. So you can't just give them good news and be their friend, and make them perceive that you're a nice guy and this will all just work out. We still have to give them the facts and shoot it to them straight and convince them to buy what needs to be bought. So, but if we decide in our minds, if we think about this and we decide in our minds that we are going to approach customers in this manner, that we're going to be the right shop to be their trusted professional, and we're always going to be transparent and understanding with them, we have a shot. We have a real chance to be successful in the customer perception area. And I think if we can be truly successful in this area, you can break down a lot of hurdles that the customers might have from buying from you. So here's my challenge for you this week. My challenge is for you to go out and be thinking about all of these things: being friendly, being professional, being transparent, educating people, being empathetic, and making a few customers like Tony. Have a lot more customers like that. Maybe you don't do it like I did, obviously, but make a lot more customers be like Tony, that guy that will send every single one of his coworkers, his family members. He will only call you when he needs something. That's our goal. So think about that. Utilize every transaction with every customer this week and try to make that your goal to make that happen. All right? Good luck. Thank you for listening. I'll be talking to you later.